Sunday, January 12th. So, yeah, dealing with depression. I've been dealing with depression lately, and it's very difficult. If you're suffering from depression, I think you probably can understand what I'm going to probably be talking about a little bit here. So hopefully, I'm going to try and come up with some things and maybe cheer somebody up as far as that. But right now, yeah, it seems to me I'm kind of dealing with a little bit of a depression. Here I am at the hotel here. My name is Cindy. I'm trying to build my channel here on YouTube. See if I can get some kind of an audience because I think that I am able to. I think that I should be able to at least be at least a at least be able to say some kind words to anybody out there struggling or suffering from any kind of a thing. So I've been diagnosed with bipolar disorder, and in that you have extreme highs and extreme lows, and right now I'm kind of at the low point right now, or something like, it seems to me that right now I'm at the low point of my whole thing. Not too long ago, I was kind of in a it was called a manic state, but that day's over. And actually, during those days, you think you can accomplish anything, and actually, I did think I could accomplish anything, which was apparently I thought wrong. So I was thinking that I could accomplish some pretty great and amazing things, but that didn't work out. That didn't work out, and I wound up actually just kind of, well, shooting myself in the foot, and and uh, and kind of losing everything. And so that's where I'm at right now. I'm just kind of hovering here, where it's like I'm trying to rebuild my life back here. Uh, so I did manage to get a job, and I'm actually studying for taking a test here. I'm trying to get a CDL license here, so I can get a gainful employment here. Or actually, I have employment right now, but it's kind of in that gray area right now because I'm not doing the job that I was really hired to do. I'm in training for the job, and this is causing me some kind of a stress here too, because right now I'm out here studying my big book here. I'm studying my book of the Illinois CDL driver's license thing, and this book is very it's not easily to read. Excuse me, it's not really easy to read at all. And so I've got everything kind of, I've got the major points all highlighted, and trying to get trying to absorb the knowledge here in my head. So when I do actually go take the test for the permit, I pass it on the first time. And I don't know if I've ever really been that ever worried about taking a test in my life, but it seems to me this is kind of like my only option right now. So that's what I'm working towards. I mean, I'm working towards getting this goal here of getting this driver's license, this special driver's license, the CDL driver's license, and hopefully that'll open up some doors, or at least it'll train me for the job that I was hired to do. So okay, I can hopefully work at driving a bus, a school bus for the kids and whatnot. And I've been working at this job now for a few weeks now, going to it and studying and training and everything like that. And right now, currently, I'm actually getting on the buses here right now in a kind of a paratransit type of scenario, where I go out with a driver, and we make sure that the kids are getting strapped in all nicely and safely, so we can transport them to school. So an auxiliary role here, to make sure that everybody is seat belted up and locked in, so we can get them to so me and the driver can get them to school, or pick them up from school and bring them home. And it's not fulfilling at all. So, I would like to think that I could probably do something better, but at this point in time, maybe that's all I'm good for doing right now or something. So, in the meantime, maybe I can talk about, other things here on YouTube here, and, that's kind of how I'm dealing with the depression here. So right now, the depression kind of hit because, well, it's Sunday morning and there's really nothing to do. And of course, I've got no plans, no nothing to really do today. It's just going to be another day. And if the time is now, it says it's 10:42 in the morning. Uh, so now I've got what, another 12 hours of really just kind of sitting around and, well, I'm going to study. I'm going to keep doing that and try and absorb that. So hopefully I'll be as ready as I can for the test that I need to take. But, I mean, how much more studying can you do? I've already done practice tests. Here's another practice. Here's the general knowledge practice test. Here's the school bus thing. So I can look these up and make sure that everything is correct and kind of reread and retry the things. And then I could take some other online tests, uh, online quizzes, and try and keep my thing above 80% because you're only allowed to miss a certain amount of questions, and otherwise you don't pass. So that's kind of that. That's where that's all at. So, but it's just a depression, I think, or something like that. And I don't think, maybe it's not just me. I mean, I know I've got my own issues here with the depression, but I think that the broader depression, I think we might be heading for one, kind of on a national level. I mean, it's been said before that when you when your neighbor loses his job, it's a recession. When you lose your job, it's a depression. So I lost my job a while back. Actually, I have questions about that because I wonder, how much I was really kind of either lost it or was maybe forced out, and maybe there's a little bit of a paranoia or something going on there because it seems to me that it was not all done completely at my fault or something like that. It was that the my I used to be a courier, and I was a very very good courier. I used to just get up and go do my work, and I get everything done and try and get everything on time, and keep my customers all satisfied. And I think, generally speaking, they were. But I think a while back, something happened and something clicked, and I think maybe the rules changed, and I didn't get the memo. So I think maybe it wasn't maybe so much that I really messed up so much, but that I was almost forced out. Maybe because I got so big for my, well, I don't know. Maybe because I'm caring and compassionate. I used to drive around in very very uh, depressed areas in town, and just my heart would go out because you want to help, or you want to, is there anything, and you're powerless at that stage. I mean, you can look at all the kind of the depressed properties, and all the, just people walking around, and looking, the end is coming here, and that'll add to your depression too. So I mean, it's you should always try and find maybe a kind of a safer, or not a safer place, but a nicer atmosphere, uh where where the visual aspects of it are not exactly so prevalent. But I mean, when you see nothing but old broken down houses, and just people standing on the street, and kind of looking shiftless and everything like that, it begins to kind of wear on you. And that's, I think, kind of what happened to me. I think a little bit there. It's because, it was like, and maybe I didn't realize it at the time, because at the time I was just out working, doing my job, and maybe I wasn't exactly so compassionate as far as the plight of others. And I mean, I'm not saying that I wasn't compassionate, but I mean, what can you do? But it's like, is there any way this can get fixed? And I think this is going into a kind of a broader range of things, like, uh, especially right now. we're kind of in the last days of this administration, and we're still kind of at the tail end of even though the pandemic uh, has been kind of over for a long time. It seems to me that the specter of that just keeps kind of bubbling up. And actually, I just got last week, actually, as a far choice I've actually made big progress, I suppose, since last week. Because last week I was feeling sick, so I went to the doctor, and I got diagnosed and I got COVID. And I didn't think it could happen to me, but I guess maybe in my weakened condition with the whole stress of trying to maintain work and trying to keep myself afloat, which is very very difficult when you don't really have a stream of income. I mean, I guess I'm getting a small paycheck from this job, but it's every 2 weeks, and the hours have really just not been there. It's because it's really just training hours. So that's obviously causing a lot of more stress too, because so hopefully maybe in the next month or so things will start to kind of normalize, and I'll get kind of more on a back, I'll get more of a regular paycheck coming in, and at least I can kind of that'll offer at least some sort of something uh, to me. But anyway, I mean, until then, I guess I just gotta suck it up and try and keep my head up and try and deal with it as best as possible. So, but that's dealing with really depression. And I think as far as the greater economy going, I think we might be heading towards a depression too. Um, Even though they don't want to say it, I mean, I just kind of found a neat little tidbit in history and stuff that in this day and uh, way back when the Dow closed over 100 for the first time ever. So, and where are we now, at 40 something thousand or something? I don't know. If you know what the Dow is like, let's look up what it said here. But back in this day in the 1906. Okay, so January 12th, 1906. This is the first time the Dow Jones Industrial Average closed over above 100 points ever. So that was 119 years ago. I guess that was 119 years ago today that the Dow closed over 100 for the first time ever. So hopefully, it won't go back down to 100. I don't think it will. So if you're in the market and everything like that, it's my prediction. It will not go back down to 100. Okay, it's going to probably maintain it at some sort of a level. But the current level at where like the Dow is now, I don't know if that's really sustainable. But it has to do with the trading volumes, and that's only just I think the Dow is really only maybe 10 or 30 of the biggest companies around. Then that's how they measure that. So maybe like the Nasdaq or the S&P is more of a better indicator than maybe just like the Dow stocks or something like that. But I was looking into history. I like to look at history here because it kind of shows you the playbook here as to kind of what to expect as far as what you see what's going on moving forward. And I think that there's other people out there that they know these things. They know these little factoids, and they say, okay, well that happened way back when, and we're probably going to just run the same play or something like that. This goes on towards like that cyclical type of thing. Like maybe we're in this kind of this 80-year cycle, something like that, which would almost make sense. Well, I mean, I guess it would be more of almost 100-year cycle, because are we heading towards a depression? We very well could be heading towards a depression as far as the economy goes here, because if things don't pick up pretty quickly, I mean, there's going to be a lot of really distraught and disgruntled people out there, and they're going to be looking to blame someone here. So, but I guess right now we're just kind of waiting on the last of the days here. We're waiting for the clock to tick out here on the Biden administration. He actually made some news here a while back here, as far as history goes too. Back in the year, well, actually back in 2017. Okay, on this day, January 12th, 2017, Barack Obama, he made a surprise presentation and awarded Vice President Joe Biden with the Presidential Medal of Freedom. So, uh, and what's all this talk that he's not really cognitively all with it there, or not? I mean, is he or isn't he? I mean, I think we saw that, a lot of us saw the debate, the one debate that he was in before he dropped out of the race, and he did not look wonderful. But yet, there's plenty of people out there that saying that, oh, he's totally with it, and he's totally there, and he's totally on the ball, and I don't know. So what's the real truth here? And then they say the same thing about the new guy, the incoming guy. Like, he's not really fully with it. He's not really truly on the ball. And then, but then other people say he's a real stable genius. So what is it? I mean, really, does the news just really depend on your own point of view? I mean, I'd really like to get some straight answers out of all this stuff going on. So, but and then, okay, also as far as Joe Biden news here goes, so President Joe Biden here, 2023, Merrick Garland, he's the Attorney General. Merrick Garland appointed the special counsel to investigate Joe Biden's handling of classified documents. So you guys remember that? Does anybody remember that? It was 2 years ago today that Merrick Garland had said he was going to appoint a special counsel to figure out. This was the story about where he had the classified documents in his garage, maybe I think behind the Corvette or something, and just some boxes in his garage that were just not. It was not a secure location. Of course, the question is whether or not he allowed to have the classified documents in the first place, because he was just the vice president at the time that he had it, and maybe he did not actually was not exactly able. But of course, then that always goes on to the other guy, to his opponent, stuff, who got his house raided for getting having classified documents, or supposedly allegedly having classified documents, but I don't think they really found any. But yet they still raided his house. So it's a big mess. It's a big mess. I mean, we've got big problems going on in governments. Big problems. Governments are collapsing all over the place. Uh, uh, I think we're in for a big shift here, coming soon here. And so hopefully we can all keep our wits about us here, as our political leaders actually go through and attempt to make things better for us. But then again, I mean, look at what's going on in California with the fires and stuff like that. They said they didn't have the money in the budget, and it didn't even sound like. I mean, it sounded like a lot of money to me, but it didn't sound like a whole lot of money in the whole grand scheme of things, or something like that. They said that they were. I think the report was that they did not have like $17 million, and I think in a city budget, that's like nothing. I mean, it's really it's. I mean, it sounds like a lot, but it's not much when you're really thinking. They don't have enough firefighters, and so what's the big problem going on there forward with the whole thing with the wildfires here? I mean, they're gonna wind up keeping that I don't know, saving that anyway. So lots of problems, and I think we're going to have a lot of big problems going on coming forward here, and we really have not seen the worst of it. So if you're trying to deal with depression, I mean, let me know. Maybe you've got an idea or something as to what make you feel better, or something like that. But I mean, as for right now, like I said, right now I'm just kind of just kind of trying to uh, dwindle down some time here or something, trying to eat up some time here. And I figured maybe I'd try my hand at the YouTube thing. Uh, so hopefully my voice will get better here, and I won't be so nasally pretty soon, and everything will be good. But it looks like I'm at about 20 minutes, and that probably about long enough. So I think I'm going to cut this video off now, and maybe I'll try another video a little bit later, and I'll actually talk about things. I'll talk about historical events because I've got this idea for a show as far as talking about historical events and how they kind of relate exactly to the thing. So that's why I've got my notes here as far as what went on. So that's 20 minutes, and I think I'm up. So I'm Cindy. Hopefully you've enjoyed. Hopefully I've said something here that that helps you out. And I'm really trying to explore this whole thing because I've heard that YouTube is on easy mode now, whatever that means. So they're actually maybe trying to promote kind of the littler guy. So maybe I'm one of the littler guys who's gonna, who can actually maybe kind of rise to a little bit of a uh, something out here. I could build my channel, and that would it would be that. So that's what I'm looking to do. So if you like it, please like it, subscribe it. I'm trying to get my subscriber count up so I can build the channel further and then maybe things will get better. Things will get better, and hopefully, I can talk my way out of the depression here that I seem to be feeling, or maybe I can help talk us all out of the depression that maybe we might be experiencing pretty soon. So that's it. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.